His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A 1st down carry for Barkley. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brought him down. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Saquon Barkley.
Barkley again, the ball carrier.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Chase Young, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now he'll tuck it and run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Gordon. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Melvin Gordon.
The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 22 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Now left side on the swing pass. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
8-yard line. A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Now Gordon. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This offense number 1 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up 1st downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunter. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Rolling to his left. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Out to his left. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Giants nothing.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram.
That's good for a Giants.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
35-yard line.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now it's Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. A big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's what is really difficult, because defensively you can have a game plan and trying to account for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The 45-yard line.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
2nd and 1.
At the 36-yard line.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Obviously a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. This is Gordon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far.
His path became simple.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Tim Patrick, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On the draw, this is Barkley.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Gain of 3 brings up.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Shepard. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for Giants first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Jones throwing on 1st down. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Jones now going to throw again. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 27-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now Jones on 1st down on the crossing route, complete. That's Shepard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
14-yard line.
Throwing Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. A try here for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to his running back, Dawkins. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. 42 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Jones pass.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
Giants 3.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
At their own 25.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him.
And it's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Landon Collins on the coverage.
Throwing again, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
on the gun. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Ward. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back to throw now on first down. They'll roll him out right. He'll try and run it. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Eluded, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game.
Giants 10.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, and it's the Eagles who are out in front. Carson Wentz lighting things up. 3 touchdown passes there. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Derek Carr has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting LA Rams. 31-27, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up
from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here comes Grant on the return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here is Washington now to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To Gordon, out left. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down now, it's Gordon, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Gordon on the
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
Jones.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Barkley. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the run, it's Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2nd and 11 now.
Let's go, defense.
From the gun, Jones on the crossing route, complete. That's Shepard.
Jones pass.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Makes this Washington 31. Giants 13.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
They run the option on 2nd down.
The pass.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
4. And it's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Ward. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
The pass.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here comes Peppers. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll go to Barkley again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Chase
No
Young.
gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
From the gun, Jones. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 1st down Giants, Jones to Ingram.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
6-man. Check curls, check curls.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 26. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Push him back. Push him back.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 19.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Saquon Barkley.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
16-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up
operating from the gun. Jones. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Washington 31, Giants 16.
So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion, but this time...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Alex Anzalone just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
For number 80, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
they're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
Recovered.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the Washington 1st down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the Giants.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own 26.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he'll throw right away. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Jones.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now Jones.